on me, I make very sporadic decisions. I take risks. I do things that a lot of people will not do. They look at me and think that I'm crazy. I feel as though people still think that I'm crazy when I keep talking about, oh, I'm going back to Thailand. Or when I'm talking about, I'm going to travel the world and I'm for a year and I'm going to document the entire experience. All of these things are going to happen. I am manifesting them. I'm speaking them into life because this is what I want for my life. And I am not going to allow anybody else's limiting beliefs or their beliefs about the world and society and how it was constructed and how what's been the norm for most people or what's been the norm for their life to rub off on me, or I'm not going to assimilate to something that I don't agree with. And because I know that I have goals, very specific, intentional goals. I wanted to make this video to talk about why I decided to take this 14-day cinematic storytelling bootcamp. This is so important to me. One of my biggest goals is to travel the world and document my entire experience. I desire to make these wonderful, amazing travel films and really just document and immerse myself in different cultures and be able to share that with the world. In 2018, I obtained my bachelor's degree in sociology, and I knew at the time that there was absolutely nothing that I wanted to do with my degree. So I had to make a decision. After I graduated, and I started thinking about all of the things that I would want to do. I know I did a study summer abroad trip while I was like my second year of college, and I liked China. That's where I went. I went to Beijing, China, and the university I was at was in Heilongjiang, China, Harbin Province. I knew I wanted to go back after I graduated, but as an adult and have a new experience, I started researching teaching jobs abroad. My first choice was South Korea. Started doing more research into China, which is how I landed up in Shanghai. And I absolutely loved it. The city, the food, the vibes, just like everything about that entire experience. One of my biggest goals when I decided to move to China was to vlog so my family could see, you know, what it is that I was doing, what my experience was like abroad.
Okay, so it's 10 a.m. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. Here in Shanghai, I'm actually about to go out on my own little adventure because I don't meet with my company, my job until Monday, the 19th.
I don't feel as though I captured enough. I definitely don't have access to any of like the majority of that footage that I shot. My hard drive has been broken for years. Like over that, I have to create new memories, new experiences. But after I left China in March 2020 and I moved to Thailand. My goal at the time was to travel all of Southeast Asia, but the borders closed. I couldn't go anywhere. So I ended up being stuck in Thailand for 2 years. But it was such a blessing having the opportunity to live there and experience that during that space and time. I feel as though I grew so much from that experience. I learned a lot about myself and what it is that I want to do when I'm really passionate about, which ultimately is content creation. You know, I love social media marketing, digital marketing. Through that, like I learned a lot about lead generation, building websites, which is something I already knew how to do because I taught myself in high school. But I learned more about SEO, search engine optimization, driving traffic to a website organically, running paid ads, how to actually create Facebook ads and marketing campaigns, which I feel as though is so important with any type of business that you want to have. And because I operate and I live in such a space where freedom is so important to me. I value my freedom, time freedom, location freedom, creative freedom, mental freedom, emotional freedom, just being able to exist and be how I am without limitations and do the things that I want and desire to do in life, not having any hindrance or anything that's keeping you from living the life that you want, doing the things that you want to do. It's like you are living a limitless existence. Like we are all limitless beings. We have the power to do the thing, each and everything that we want and desire. It is all on the inside of us. It's really truly about making a choice and shifting your mindset into believing. Like sometimes you got to be delulu. You got to be delusional into thinking and into knowing that whatever it is that you want to manifest in life and to happen, it's going to happen. So the space that I am in, I am so passionate about filmmaking. I'm passionate about creating content, cinematography, visual storytelling, and I want to amplify that. I want to master it. I want to create some of the most amazing films that impact, engage, excite, entertain, inspire people, and you know, create a shift in this world. So there are a lot of stories that I want to tell and a lot that is on the inside of me to do. And God put this vision on the inside of me a few years ago. There's this brand that I'll be launching soon, and I keep talking about it. It's truly focused on freedom and cultivating that in your own life, and then cultivating the mindsets, the habits, the rituals, like really shifting your entire being of who you are in order to reach those goals and to be that person and to experience a freedom lifestyle. Because freedom isn't free, you know. Freedom requires discipline, and that's hard. So When I talk about freedom, when I talk about the things that I want and desire, I am speaking from the perspective of who I am and the experiences that I've had to lead me to this space. And I truly, honestly feel that we can agree to disagree, period. But I refuse for myself to work a job that I don't want, or that I don't desire to work, or that I'm unhappy with, or especially if I feel like I'm wasting my time. For me, when I talk about freedom, time freedom is one of the biggest things. Like, I value my time. And I feel as though I have wasted so much time in the U.S. these past 4 years when it's come to jobs, especially ones that were unfulfilling, that weren't filling up my spirit. Because I feel as though we all should live a life that is in alignment with our purpose and our passion. And I know for a lot of people that is hard. It's hard to make that shift. Especially, I know me, I make very sporadic decisions. I take risks. I do things that a lot of people will not do. You know, they look at me and think that I'm crazy. I feel as though people still think that I'm crazy when I keep talking about, oh, I'm going back to Thailand. Or when I'm talking about, I'm going to travel the world and I'm for a year and I'm going to document the entire experience. All of these things are going to happen. I am manifesting them. I'm speaking them into life because this is what I want for my life. And I am not going to allow anybody else's limiting beliefs or their beliefs about the world and society and how it was constructed and how what's been the norm for most people or what's been the norm for their life to rub off on me, or to I'm not going to assimilate to something that I don't agree with. And because I know that I have goals, very specific, intentional goals. And honestly and truly, a lot of people that I know in my family, my friends, in my immediate circles, even when it comes to content creators and the people I've lived abroad, what I'm seeking to do, I do not know any who's done it personally, who've traveled the entire world, documented the entire experience. But I have seen people who've done it, spoken to people who have had these experiences, or I've spoken to people who are on a path that I know I want to be in when it comes to this travel space, when it comes to videography, filmmaking, cinematography, being an entrepreneur, growing an online brand, selling digital products, and just being location independent, financially free. I know that it is possible. What it is that I want and desire in life is possible. I am capable. God has given me everything that I need to make this happen. And so it's just about doing the work and execution. It's about action. And I am in a space of action, movement, intention, going with the flow of God and allowing God to lead me, opening up myself and my spirit to receive everything that God wants me to know and to do and to see and to hear. Clarity, discernment, favor on this journey, because I know it's not going to be easy. Like, I've done the research. Like, I failed once. Like, I failed the first time when I went. I was not fully prepared. I didn't fully plan it out. I didn't do enough research. And at the time, I thought I knew everything. I thought I had done everything to make what I was trying to do work. But obviously I hadn't, because I would be further ahead than where I am right now. I realized that I wasn't as intentional about learning videography and cinematography, because if I did 4 years ago, I would have been took a course or a boot camp. It took me getting to now. Like, I've grown over the years with my video editing and with my filming, but there's so much more space for me to grow and room for me to grow for the goals that I have and the brands that I want to work with. I'm not stopping, is my whole point. I'm making this video because it's for my own self-motivation, for me to look back on in the next 37 days and in the next year, once all of this comes to fruition, that I'm speaking into existence. And I really appreciate y'all for watching this video, period. It's just been a lot on my mind, a lot that I want to get out, because I have a lot of projects. I have so much footage on my external hard drive that I need to edit, and I'm trying to get it all edited before I move to Thailand again, because there's so much that I'm going to be filming. Of course, I'm gonna get me a new external hard drive and new SD cards, but I've learned so much. I've been working diligently to just become to master visual storytelling, and I'm ready to start sharing my short films, sharing my stories, sharing my work, sharing my art, my creativity, everything that I create and everything that I do. Like, I'm so passionate about it, and I really love this. And I also feel as though I'm very sensitive, like, when it comes to my work and what it is that I put out, which I feel as though that's a little bit of why some of my shit has just not gone out. And I also procrastinate, and I've been trying to work through my procrastination, being more focused and productive. Execution, action, consistency, self-discipline. These are all habits and things that I'm instilling and just I have been working on and having the tug of war with over the past few years. But I'm in a great space mentally, emotionally, spiritually, to continue to elevate and thrive in this space and do the work that I need to do for my goals. So I hope that you all stay along for this journey, because it's going to be a long, wild ride. I'm ready to do this in a new way, and each and everything that I put out into the universe is going to be impactful. It's going to be intentional, and I'm ready to see how other people receive. When I started this video, I wanted to talk about the 30-day challenge I'm doing. 2 videos a week, 8 videos in a month. I am doing this to grow and really lock in my self-discipline, like really to stretch that muscle, really to discipline myself to be consistent. I feel as though my biggest issue, I have so much footage. I've been doing social media marketing, digital marketing for the past 5 years. I've worked full-time in office. I've had my own clients, freelancing, and honestly and truly, I've learned so much through this, and I truly want to be a better businesswoman. I also know that I have absolutely no desire to manage anybody's social media. I can do content management and do a strategy for you and create all the content, but I will not be posting. I will not be doing any of that. I do not enjoy that. I feel as though that is tedious work, and that is a role for somebody. It's just not for me. So as I continue on this journey, mastering visual storytelling, putting out my wonderful short films, documentaries, and anything that I put out, I just hope that it is well received. I hope that people truly get me. But a few different reasons why I'm doing the challenge: brand awareness. I truly want to grow my YouTube this year, my YouTube community. I would love to hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of this year. So let's make it happen. Peace, prosperity, and abundance. Many blessings and favor from God. That's one of my biggest goals. Consistency, like I was saying, to discipline myself to be consistent, to do the work, and to get all of this out, because I'm going to be filming every day while I'm in Thailand. So a big part of what I'm trying to do this month of April is to consistently put out content so I can get the algorithm going in my favor, especially on Instagram and TikTok. But I'm going to be sharing my whole journey. And my big thing is, I know this isn't going to be easy. I know it's going to be a challenge. I'm not looking for anything easy. I want to be happy, and I personally am happier in Thailand, in Asia, where there's a better quality of life to me, where the cost of living is lower to me. I don't need a lot. There are a lot of people who just need or feel like they need all of these things. I can live a very minimalist lifestyle. It's what I was doing while I was in Asia. Okay, so my other camera died, so now I'm on my Osmo. Basically, I just wanted to end the video saying is to do whatever brings you joy. Everybody is not going to understand your reasoning, your why, when it comes to the choices you make, why you're making the choices. Everybody's not going to agree, they're not going to understand, and it's not about them. This is your life, and you need to live your life for you. You need to go all in on you, put all of your energy into growing mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, in every avenue. Life, to me, all of this is about growing and becoming the best version of you. For the amount of time that you have here on this earth, you need to be intentional and make it about you. Make it about what it is going to bring you the most joy and make you happy, because why live on this earth until 60, 70, 80, 90 if you are unhappy? And I'm not about to play with the world. I'm not about to play with the world. I'm not about to play with the U.S. I'm not going to play with my potential and what it is that I want. I'm not going to let time keep passing by. I'm just not. I'm going to go after everything that I want, need, and desire in this lifetime. And that's why I'm making this decision. I hope you all stay along for the journey. Peace, prosperity, and abundance. Subscribe.